All right. Good evening, everybody. On behalf of Rob Martin, I'm Rohan Bensali, and we welcome you to our webinar. Let me get my screen share on here. We're going to get going. A couple of quick housekeeping things here. If you have any questions during the webinar, down at the bottom, you'll see a chat box. You can feel free to ask questions there. Rob will man it when I'm speaking, and when Rob takes over, I'll be able to answer any questions. Please go ahead and ask away. If you have any questions after the webinar, obviously, the best way is to get back to the coach who invited you here, but you can always email me. There's my contact information on Facebook. This is my business page, Dr. Rohan Bensali. You can message and find me there. Or you can email me directly at teamfindyourfocus@gmail.com or my website, teamfindyourfocus.com. And this is Rob's info.
You can reach me at countryclubfitnessgm@gmail.com or firstheatfitness.com, but Messenger or cell phone also works extremely well.
All right, terrific. So why don't we go ahead and get going. So today we're going to talk about the Beachbody coach opportunity. Two keywords right there. One's about being a coach, helping other people achieve their goals. And it's an opportunity. It's a chance to change not only your lives, but also the lives of other people. And as Rob will tell you about, making a generational change in people's lives. A little bit about me. This is what I looked like back in 2010, just after my daughter was born. I was the picture of ill health. If you've never heard of the metabolic syndrome, that's what the metabolic syndrome looks like. It's someone with a big gut and sort of general obesity, a couple of different chins there, high cholesterol, probably pre-diabetic at that point, really heading for some trouble. At some point, though, I decided that I wasn't going to live like that, and I made a decision to change, and that was pretty critical for me. And I started with a program called P90. We'll get into the programs in a second, but P90 was one of Beachbody's earliest programs, and it was basically 4 workouts over 90 days. So for the first 6 weeks, I did 2 workouts, and the next 6 weeks, I did another 2 workouts. Pretty boring, very monotonous. And I did get very good at the moves. But it just goes to show you that if you're focused on your goal, anything can get you there. I had some very nice results after that program. I refused to try Shakeology for the longest time. My wife finally said, enough, let's try this thing. It's a very funny story because now we won't go anywhere without it. Ultimately, in 2013, after I'd been a customer for a couple of years, I finally decided to become a coach, my own coach, who was instrumental in my journey. I turned him down twice, saying, yeah, I didn't want to be a coach. I wasn't interested in sales. I wasn't, I was too busy. I had a full-time job. I couldn't squeeze in the time. All these excuses were turned out to be untrue. But I finally gave in 2013. I became a coach, and then for 8 months, I did absolutely nothing. And it wasn't until December of 2013, and just going on 3 years now, that when P90X3 came out, that I really decided to get involved in the coaching business. Now I'm a 2-star diamond coach. That doesn't really mean very much other than I've had some success in the business. I'm the father of 2. You could see my son there when he was just a few months old on the left side, and I've got a big old gut and a bunch of chins, and that was that's pretty much that metabolic syndrome again. And on the right, you can see my daughter is now showing up. My son's not so little, sitting on my shoulders. And this is really the ultimate in the heart of Beachbody, helping this dad on the left turn into that dad on the right and being able to, do something you never could have done before. I'm a full-time cardiologist, which is not that important, except to know that I, like you, am very busy. I work, like many of us, 60 to 80 hours a week, depending if I'm on call. And I still, despite that schedule, manage to get this business done in very focused amount of time. So even though I am pretty busy, this is still a manageable business. I am a runner, and I just bring that up because this is one of those things that I could never do before. When I was in high school, I would dread the President's Challenge. I couldn't run a quarter mile, let alone a mile. And then thanks to Beachbody, I ran my first mile in 2013. I've run 3 marathons since then, something I never thought I'd be able to say, all thanks to Beachbody and their programs and nutritional support. And I love programs like P90X, which is one that really changed my life, and PIO, which is a terrific program if you're a runner. They basically have something for everybody, and we'll get into that in just a second here. So what is Beachbody and what is Team Beachbody? So let's talk about each of those. In 1998, our CEO and co-founder Carl Deichler and our president John Congdon had a sort of back of the napkin type of informal conversation, and he said, "Hey, let's start a company and help people lose weight." Now this is a very saturated market. You had things like Billy Blank's Tae Bo and the ab roller and thigh mass and all this kind of stuff. And here they were trying to break into that market, but they had a real vision for what they wanted to do. And in 2000, they released P90, original P90, which is the program that I started with. And people started having results. And then in 2004, everything changed. The single program that clearly revolutionized home fitness was released, P90X. Many people have tried it. Almost everybody's heard about it. And P90X produced incredible results. It brought the boot camp home fitness market to people, and people were losing hundreds and hundreds of pounds. And what they found was that people were reaching out to so-called P90X grads, people who had already done P90X and had success, and people were reaching out to them as a sort of mentor to help them through the program. And we found that people who were doing that, who had mentors, were not only completing the program, were having much higher levels of success. And Beachbody saw an opportunity there and said, let's codify this. Let's create something to help other people be successful. And in 2007, the coaching network, Team Beachbody, was released. And since then, it's been a veritable explosion of programs. You can see in 2009, the aptly named Insanity was released. That is one crazy program. I had some of my best results after that thing, but you will work. A bunch of other programs came out. In 2012, a great program called Body Beast came out. Body Beast is a strength and muscle building program, really revolves around strength building and resistance work. And while it was initially geared for that, what we found was that women were now having the ability to lift weights at home. Now, we don't talk about women in weightlifting very much, but it's clear that women need to lift weights. It builds lean body mass, protects bone density, prevents osteoporosis, improves glycemic utilization. It's important for girls to lift weights. There's no question about it. But unfortunately, still in 2016, we have this terrible gym culture where women are sometimes intimidated going to the gym and taking stuff off the weight rack. Not always, but it still happens. And Body Beast gave them the ability to lift weights at home in their own privacy of their own house, basically with a personal trainer showing them proper technique and form. And really helped a lot of women regain and attain their health. And then in 2013, T25 came out and blew up the last excuse, which is I don't have enough time. T25 is 25 minutes a day, 25 focused minutes a day, but 25 minutes a day to get your workouts in and produce results that much longer programs were producing. P90X3 came out with 30-minute workouts instead of the very long 90-minute workouts that were the original P90X. And then 21-Day Fix came out a few months later and really changed things again. 21-Day Fix not only provided real 30-minute beginner level workouts that could be, intensified for people who are looking for something heavier, but it also provided a color-coded portion fix eating system that allowed people to stop counting calories, stop guessing at what to eat, and gave them a very clear idea of what they should be doing and how much of it they should be eating with, very focused macronutrient intake. It was really terrific and produced incredible results. And then P90 got revamped, and I just say that because it brings my family full circle. The original Power 90, which I did, was revamped into P90 in late 2014, and my mom, who was at that point 70 years old, started doing that program with a frozen shoulder and a 70-year-old body, and lost 30 pounds. The program that changed my life got revamped, and it helped change my mom's life. My mom, who was diabetic at that point, became non-diabetic. Now, we're not saying that this is a treatment for diabetes. I'm just telling you what happened in my family, and Beachbody provided all of that for us. Okay, great. So you got this company that has some wonderful programs. How do I know that you're not going to go like Tae Bo or those other companies and just go out of business? Well, this is what we look like since Team Beachbody was created. 2007 till 2014, you can see almost asymptotic growth. And then in 2015, they exceeded $1 billion in sales. So it is a company on the move. Now, while we don't expect growth necessarily to continue at that level, keep this in mind. Team Beachbody is only in the United States and Canada. It's not even in all of North America. It's not in Mexico. It's not in South America. It's not in Central America. It's not in Europe, Asia, Africa. It's not in any of the other major markets of the world. Just the United States and Canada, and we're growing at that level. When this thing finally goes global, we expect to have an enormous growth curve. And the reason that Team Beachbody is so fantastic is it really doesn't just focus on one component. It's not just a fitness, which is just how pretty much all the other programs work. It's not just on nutrition the way maybe like Weight Watchers or Jenny Craig works. It works on fitness, nutrition, peer support, which is the coaching network, and provides customers and coaches alike with rewards for being involved. So those four pillars allow Beachbody to be not only unique, but extremely successful. So let's talk a little bit about the nutritional aspect of things. Shakeology is our hallmark meal replacement nutritional product. When people ask us what is Shakeology, we tell them it's our daily dose of dense superfood nutrition, which sounds absolutely ridiculous until you break it down into its component parts. So let's go one by one. Daily. You don't have to guess at what meal you're going to have every day. You don't have to guess at what you're going to have for breakfast. Should you have, eggs and bacon and stay low carb? Should you have oatmeal because everyone's supposed to have oatmeal? Should you have Cheerios? Should you have Raisin Bran? What is it that you should be eating for breakfast? Well, you don't have to guess. Every day you could have Shakeology as your daily meal, and know that it's probably going to be the healthiest thing you have all day. Or these days, I have it for dinner, so I don't have to worry on my way home from work if I have to cook. I just put all the stuff in the blender and I drink it, and I'm good to go. And if I have an evening workout, I'm fueled up and ready to move. So it's something you can have daily without having to, really make super plans about your meal. It's dense superfood. Well, okay. Dose. So when we think dose, right, we think medicine. Well, Shakeology is not medicine. It's not meant to be thought of as medicine. But I will tell you this. I work in a hospital. I'm constantly bombarded by pathogens, bacteria, and viruses, and all this kind of nasty stuff. And if I don't have my Shakeology for whatever reason, it usually means I've given away too much of it to people to try out, I invariably get sick. So for me, I am quite sure that Shakeology is something that's helping me stay healthy. And the way it does that is by using the dense superfoods. Shakeology is made up of over 70 superfoods from around the world. And here you can see the wall of Shakeology at Beachbody headquarters. And it's got, I won't go through all the different stuff that's in there, but it's got things like Shaga, which helps, boost your immune system. And it's got Chandra and ashwagandha and things that are adaptogens, things that help our free radical scavengers. Lots of superfoods from around the world. So it is densely packed in this one shake with all of these superfoods designed to help your immune system, your anti-aging, help your hair and skin, all digestion, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's clearly dense superfood. It comes in a variety of flavors. This is a little dated now because we now have our cafe latte. I'm a big fan of chocolate, which is front and center there. I know Rob likes the vanilla. I have a bunch of team members who like the strawberry. My wife used to drink the tropical strawberry until the cafe latte came out. Once that sucker came out, we never saw tropical strawberry again. It's been arriving in our house every month now. In fact, my wife just got her order today. I tend to get the chocolate mostly. But there's a flavor for everyone. And like I said, for the first 2 years, I refused to even try this. Now we won't go anywhere without it. I'll tell you, just this past weekend, obviously it was Thanksgiving. And even though we knew we were going to have a huge spread at my mom's house, we took our Shakeology with us because that was our breakfast regardless. No matter how much pecan pie was going to get eaten later on in the day, we had our Shakeology up front. Beachbody really has something available for everybody, no matter what your goals are. So if you're just wanting to get into the fitness aspect of things, then there's DVD programs or streaming programs available for you for whatever type of workouts you like. You like to dance, we got dance workouts. You like to do kickboxing, we got kickboxing workouts. You want to lift weights, we got weightlifting workouts. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish. If you have a sports-specific goal, you want to be a runner, you want to be a martial artist, you want to be a weightlifter, you want to do obstacle courses. Whatever your desires are, we have something designed around that. All the equipment that you need for your program is available at Beachbody. You don't have to go looking around to try to find, something over here, something over there. It's all centralized and available for you. If your goals are weight loss or cleanses, we have those as well. The 3-day refresh is a wonderful 3-day program that it sort of gives you a quick reboot. It is very popular this time of year after Thanksgiving, and oh boy, is that popular after New Year's. It really helps people get rid of some of that water weight damage they've done through the holidays. And then we have a much longer 3-week ultimate reset for 21 days that really allows you to get rid of some of that, to really reboot your body and reset yourself to a good functional metabolism and get yourself going. So if weight loss is your goal, we certainly have that. If you're looking for supplements, that is my favorite part of all this. We have a performance line, which is NSF certified. It has a pre-workout energize, an intra-workout hydrate, post-workout recover, and an overnight recharge, as well as creatine. The recharge helps prevent delayed onset muscle soreness, or DOMS, which occurs a couple of days after your heavy workouts. This stuff has really changed the way many of us work out. And if you're wondering if it's effective, it just recently, Beachbody recently became the official supplement of the Ironman triathlon. For those of you who are not familiar with that, the triathlon is a 140.6 mile race. It is a 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike ride, and a 26.2 mile marathon. Good triathletes finish in 8 to 10 hours. Average triathletes, if there is such a thing, finish in 12 to 14 hours. So you can imagine that a company that creates that grueling of a race is going to have a real functioning, excellent supplement. There's a lot of science behind Beachbody supplement. They were created by an exercise physiologist from Harvard. So these are the real deal, and they really made a huge difference to my workouts personally. I have their stuff all over my house. I have Energize and Recover all over the place. Okay, so great. You have these nutritional products, great. You got these programs, you have a company that's growing. How do I know that any of this stuff actually works? Well, that really is the key, right? If the stuff doesn't work, there's no point to this. But here you can see some of our success stories, and they're people from all shapes and sizes, genders, and colors. Some had a lot of weight to lose, some had a little weight to lose, some people need to put on some muscle or just get ripped. Whatever your goals are, we have not only a program, a nutritional supplement to support you through it, but we have a coach who's gone through that and knows what you're going through and is able to see you through it. And that really brings us to peer support, which is the coaching network, which is really what we're here about. So what do you do as a coach? And more importantly, what do you not have to do as a coach? First of all, a coach does not have to be a fitness and nutrition expert. So a lot of times we hear people say, well, listen, I don't know anything about, fitness and nutrition. I'm just starting on this myself. Your job is not to be the nutrition and fitness expert. Now, Rob has a background in fitness and nutrition. He'll tell you about that, but I don't. I learned I had 3 hours of nutrition in medical school, and most of that was preventing, protein calorie malnutrition in third world countries. Nothing that's actually relevant to those of us in North America. So I didn't really know anything. But thankfully, Beachbody, they are fitness and nutrition experts. So my job is really just to connect people to the program that's going to help them, and the program is going to provide them with what you should eat and how to work out. Do you already have to be at your fitness and nutrition goals? Absolutely not. I certainly wasn't when I first started. People don't identify with those people who look like Adonis. They're ripped and shredded and don't have 3% body fat and all that kind of stuff. People don't identify with that because it's the same way you don't identify with a billionaire. It just seems so unbelievable. But you see someone who's working hard every day, being consistent in their workouts, being consistent with their eating habits and with drinking their Shakeology. That's the person you could follow regardless of where they are in their journey, whether they have a lot of weight left to lose or they're nearly at their goal. You can identify with the person who's consistent with what they do. You don't have to be an experienced salesperson. This is not at all about sales. This is about people being able to share their story. So what you want from a coach is people who are willing to say, I use this product. This is what it does for me. I'm going to share that story with you. And if it seems like a good fit for you, I'm going to help you get started on your journey. So that's what you have to do. And that takes a little bit of courage. You have to be able to go out there, and even especially if you're not, if you're still at the beginning of your journey, to say, hey, I'm at the beginning of my journey, but this is what I'm doing, and I'm going to be consistent, and I'm going to show you that I'm being consistent every day. That's what you need to be as a coach. You need to be committed to showing people that this stuff actually works. So you can't talk about Shakeology if you don't drink Shakeology. You have to actually be using the product, what we call a proof the product works. And then lastly, and probably most importantly, you have to be willing to improve yourself. Who you are right now is not a successful coach. Who you will become will be a successful coach. And what I mean by that is right now, you may be a terrific human being. I'm sure you are. But that doesn't mean that you have the skill set that's necessary to be a successful coach. But if you're willing to open your mind, read good books, listen to good audio, develop an improved thinking process, thinking habit, the way you look at the world, it will improve not only your ability to coach, but it'll improve your ability to do just about anything, improve your relationships. And it really, for me, has been the best part of Beachbody is my personal development. Okay, with that, I am going to jump off and let Rob take over. Okay, buddy, you're up.
Excellent. A lot of good stuff there, Rohan. I absolutely love it, and I would love to, touch on a couple things that you said. In that, first, I think, I'd love to really touch on the fact that, honestly, what we do is not only do we change other people's lives, that are going through the program, but we change our own lives. And then we change the families of those going through the programs. And that's kind of what happened to myself and really my family. I certainly started through the journey myself. And, it was my journey. It wasn't my wife's journey. It wasn't my kids' journey. It was my journey. But funny thing happened along the way is that they started essentially, they essentially started, following what I did, kind of mimicking my daily habits. We started getting rid of soda. We started getting rid of chips, and we started eating better. Fruits and vegetables became the norm. Everybody was more active. They're real cognizant of getting off the couch and really inspiring others. So it's pretty amazing. We affect lives, and we affect a lot of lives. And I've always been of the mindset when I first started that if I could affect one life, then this would all be worth it. And needless to say that, I feel I've touched a lot of lives, and there's really nothing more rewarding than that. So kind of backtrack a little bit about me. I've been a customer since 2009, where I started because I was playing with my 3 young kids on the floor. My youngest, I think at the time, was probably 6 months. My oldest was probably 5. And I became winded, exhausted. And I know, boy, if I was going to keep up with these 3 kids, I was going to need to be in much better shape. And I wanted to feel better for myself. I really wasn't happy with where I was in life. And so I started with P90X. And the very first day I started P90X, I almost quit P90X because it was harder than anything I've ever had to do physically. And so I was pretty much resigned to that was it. I wasn't going to do it anymore. And I got a phone call from my coach, and I'm like, what do you mean you're my coach? And he explained, what he did, and that, he had a lot of people like me that were going through the program, and he wanted to help me get through the program and get the results that I was looking for. I'm figuring, okay, well, you know what? It can't hurt. I already have the program. It's not going to cost me anything. The coaching aspect is free. Fantastic. And so I joined a message board. This is probably at the very infancy of Facebook. So we weren't on Facebook, but we were on message boards, and there was hundreds of people just like myself that was struggling to get in shape, that were parents, that were co-eds, that were adults, that were just trying to be a little bit better than they were the day before. And I became hooked. I absolutely loved it. I loved the people that I met. I loved the community that it provided. And even more so than that, I loved the results and how I felt. So it was pretty amazing. So after doing a couple rounds of P90X, I decided to become a coach solely for the discount. I really had no, huge desire to work the business. I already, like Rohan, was very busy, general manager of a country club, 3 young kids. I'm figuring I don't have the time to really put any time and effort into the business. So I worked it just for the tax discounts and the tax benefits and the discounts. It was fantastic. But as I continue to go on and I continue to be a coach in the business and I continue to get in better shape, and my love for fitness and nutrition really continued, I developed a real love and aspiration for helping others. And with a growing family, as you can see there on the right side, as they got older, they got more expensive. And it soon became apparent that funding college education was going to require another revenue stream. So I said, hey, why not do what I love and help my family in the process? And so that's kind of where it started. Like Rohan said, you don't need to be a fitness professional or a nutrition professional. In fact, the majority of very successful coaches are not. I decided to do so mainly because it's something that I'm very passionate about, and it's an interest of mine, very similar to a hobby. So that's kind of where I come from. Father of 3 boys, as you can see there, general manager of a country club. And again, not important, but it just kind of goes to show you that, you can run this business regardless of how busy you think you are. You can steal moments here, there, and everywhere. It's amazing the 15 minutes I'm able to find here, there, and everywhere in order to work this business. And a lot of this just really is conversation you may have in passing, which is phenomenal. You can do this business anywhere, anytime. And, that's kind of the great part about this. Some of my favorite workouts, I'm addicted to Body Beast. I love PIO, a new program that I'm in the process of doing right now, about halfway through, and I absolutely love it, is Core to Force, which is a new program that just came out. And so, my future is predicated on my personal growth, mentally, physically, and how many people I help. And I can't imagine that there's anything better than that, from a success standpoint. So the benefits from being a coach, there are so many, but here's some of the top ones. You can set your own work hours. You're beholden to show up nowhere at a certain time. You don't have to show up for work if you don't feel like it, although that's where the most successful coaches really make their hay. You can either do this part-time or full-time. If you're a stay-at-home mom and you want to absolutely rock this, maybe you want to try this full-time. For many of us, we started part-time until it became so big that you could go full-time. You could build this online or in person or both. I started off building this in person and then soon developed the affinity for being able to do this online. And so I have clients in 40 different states, which is absolutely amazing. As Rohan said earlier, in future years, we're looking at next year going over to Europe. And so the exponential growth is just in its infancy stages. You can share your passion with others who are very similar to yourself. Maybe they're moms and dads that, kind of resign themselves. I can't get fit and healthy because I don't have the time to go to the gym, or I don't know how to eat healthy, or it's going to be too expensive. In which case, this is absolutely amazing because it solves so many different problems. When I was first started, that was one of my issues, is that I couldn't get to the gym on a regular basis. The gym didn't open early enough, or I was too tired by the end of the day. So I was kind of at a quandary as far as what to do. So you can do this anywhere. It's pretty exceptional. What you receive as a coach, you get 3 preloaded websites. You don't have to be a website designer or a graphics designer or know how to code or any of that. I mean, I am probably the most technologically inept person you've ever met in your life. I was one of those people that when the computer first came out, I remember as a kid, 12 years old, my dad brought a desktop home. The thing was the size of a giant microwave. I'm like, this thing's never going to catch on. These things are going to just become a piece of furniture. And needless to say, how wrong I was. But you don't need to be a techno whiz. Now, certainly if you are, it's going to help. But if you're not like me, it just may take you a little bit longer to learn. But it is super simple. I can't stress to you how easy it is. You also receive an app. The app is absolutely amazing. Same designers as Facebook. Some of the engineers Beachbody has hired. And the app is so easy to use. You can run up to 10 groups of 25 people in each group, or one large group of 250 people, whatever you so choose. But you can connect with a huge community. So trainers out there, nutritionists, a lot of times what happens is that, you may train somebody once or twice a week, and that's great, but you have no idea what they're doing the other 4, 5, 6 days a week that you're not seeing them. This way you can keep tabs of what workouts they're doing, what their nutrition looks like. It's absolutely amazing. And then for everybody else, it's a huge community. I can't tell you how many times I haven't felt like working out, and then I see somebody who I know is struggling and they're doing workouts and they're pushing play and they're absolutely crushing it. And I'm like, you know what? I got to get my workout in because they're doing exponentially better than I am. I'm inspired by them. I'm inspired by the struggle and the inspiration that they provide. So it's absolutely amazing. You also receive an online office, which helps you monitor clients, orders, commissions, bonuses, product development, training, business training, personal development. The list goes on and on. There's a running tab of all the new things that they have coming out, all the latest information. On demand is absolutely amazing. We'll kind of touch on that. But On Demand is a new platform within the last year. And essentially what it is, it's streaming video of all the workouts programs that we have. So instead of doing old school DVDs, you can stream this right to any Wi-Fi device. And so you just log right in and you can stream the workouts anywhere, anytime. You travel for business, you have your workout with you. You can take it, whether it be down to the gym, you could do it in your hotel room. I take mine sometimes way out back. If I'm going to do a yoga program, I'll take it way out back of a house where it's nice and quiet. I'm out in nature, and can still do the program. It's absolutely amazing. And so, On Demand is absolutely crushing it, and they keep on adding to it and making it bigger and better every step we go. And so what are the rewards for being a coach? I mean, aside from being in the best shape of your life and intrinsically helping so many people, I mean, I can't imagine two better things right there. But you make 25% commissions on anything you sell through your office, bonuses for team growth, trips, recognition. If you reach very small benchmarks by the company gives you clients. Beachbody wants people to succeed. And the reason why this business works in the format that it does is that there's a benefit to everybody to see results. There's results in the business and results for your clients. The more results your clients get, the more excited they're going to be the next time a program comes out, or the nutrition, or a supplement, or whatever may be coming down the pipe. So that's why results work. And so everybody is geared towards getting results. Coaches want other coaches to get results. I want all my clients to get results. This is not, again, nothing against Planet Fitness or some of the gyms, but their goals are not necessarily to get results. They're to get as many members as possible. That doesn't work here. We have to get results in order for people to stay excited about the business and the programs. And so that's our number one goal, results. Get people feeling good, get people, their blood work better than it's ever been, get their cholesterol where it needs to be, get them wearing size 4 dresses if that's their desire. I'm in smaller clothes now than I was in high school. So depending upon your goals, that's what we strive for. Statement of earnings, one of my favorite pages, and you may say, why is this one of your favorite pages? Because just like your fitness results, the statement of earnings pretty much tells me everything I need to know about your dedication. If you put the time, effort, desire, and you work and become coachable, you're going to get as much out of this business as you want. They say you treat this business like $1 million business, it's going to make you a millionaire. If you treat this business like a $10 business, you're going to get nothing out of it. And so ultimately, it's your desire of where you want to be. And I'm a firm believer in that. And that's kind of one of the great parts about the gym. When I see somebody in great shape, there's no shortcuts to that shape. There's no fast track. There's no liposuction. There's no shortcuts. Ultimately you have to pay the price in blood, sweat, and tears. In this business, a lot of the blood, sweat, and tears, quite honestly, have already been done for you. The system's already been designed. The workouts are already done. The technology is already amazing. Myself, Rohan, many other coaches have already put together an amazing network in leadership in place so you succeed. So you don't have to redesign everything. You just have to be coachable as to what is going on and what you want and what you want to do. So what we ask for you is a little dedication, some time, and some effort. And then we show you exactly how to be successful. And there's no other business that I can think of, and I've been in many of them, that is going to do that for you. Everybody who's successful that I know outside of this business, they want to hide this and keep this all to themselves. In this business, I've had $1 million earners tell me what their secrets to success are. They want to share it with me like nothing else I've ever known before. So it's pretty amazing. And then the statement of earnings continues on that everybody's skill set is a little bit different. I was telling you a little bit earlier, I'm technically inept, in which case my skill set really doesn't lend itself well to technology. So it takes me a little bit more time technology-wise to get out of the business what others may fly through. But I may have other aspects that I'm stronger in than they are. So depending upon where your skills are, you may be more of a social person than a technological person. You may be technological and social, but may struggle with the fitness side of it. Whatever your skill set is, you can accomplish anything that you want to. You just have to decide what you want to accomplish and then understand that, in order to achieve your goals, you're going to have to essentially make your weaknesses a strength. And that's kind of where we come in. And so what do you receive? You receive outstanding support via the tools and training, whether it be a business quick start, coach basics, coach training, marketing tools, communication, all kinds of information, what's up to date. We have national wake-up calls, which are amazing personal development for coaches, like-minded people that are showing you and telling you exactly how they struggled and succeeded. Coach FAQs, any question you can possibly imagine answered. They're on all the social media platforms and more. And so what to expect from our team, whether it be myself or Rohan or any of the other coaches that may have invited you to this webinar, we provide mentorship, which is one of the most amazing things going. I mean, could you imagine if you had in a business somebody who was going to show you exactly every step of the way and answer any question that you had along the way and that you weren't alone? I can't think of many businesses that do that, but we do that. We provide free training, regular team meetings. In fact, as we get off the webinar, me and Rohan have a meeting for our teams afterwards. Quarterly meetings in person, if you so desire. We have a summit. Last year, the summit was in Tennessee. Next year, it's in New Orleans, a Big Easy. Leadership training, unbelievable support, tremendous recognition. So what are your options? When you join, you can become a coach. And that's what we're talking about, the business aspect, or whether you just wanted a discount in tax benefits. You could do either. Or become a customer. Maybe you're just saying, hey, Rob, Rohan, I'm not really ready to become a coach. I got to really work on myself first. And that's fine too. We could do either or. And to become a coach, simple. Easiest way to go, a challenge pack. What is a challenge pack? A challenge pack, first, Beachbody is very smart in that they understand that the way to win somebody's heart with the programs in the company is to get them results that they've never had before. How do you do that in fitness? Well, Training 101 tells me that in order for me to get a client the best results ASAP, I need to get them a fitness program that's going to hit all aspects of their fitness. It's going to essentially build strength. It's going to essentially increase their heart rate for some aerobic activity. But aside from the program, what I also need is the ultimate in nutrition, because you can't out-exercise a bad diet. And so that's really where the challenge pack comes in. Not only do you get a fitness program that can last anywhere from 21 days to 90 days, which are going to absolutely revolutionize what you do fitness-wise for between 22 minutes and 45 minutes, but you're also going to get Shakeology, which is the ultimate premier dense nutrition that Rohan had talked about earlier, that gets you your entire day's nutrition in one shake. And this is so important for a multitude of reasons. Rohan had mentioned earlier, I have some certifications. Well, one of those is in nutrition. And what's happened in today's society is, certainly we don't eat enough vegetables and fruit. And if we do, a lot of the vegetables and fruit that we do eat are robbed of their nutrients, either via the way that they're packaged, the way that they're handled, or just from the source that they're provided via the soil, shipping, etc. And so you're guaranteed to get all the nutrients you need in one Shakeology shake. And so that's really where the whole enchilada is built. So you're going to get fast results. Your clients are going to get fast results. And that's kind of the whole key to this, and that you're going to start to see your body absolutely change within easily 3 weeks from where it is now. You can also become a coach via a $40 coach enrollment fee plus Shakeology Home Direct, or a fitness program plus a $40 fee. But quite honestly, to me, it doesn't make any sense. A challenge pack is easily the best way to go. It's the most value. It gets you the most bang for your buck. It also includes a 30-day trial of Beachbody on demand. Now, there is a $15.95 monthly service fee, and you say, aha, I knew it, there's another fee. But this fee is pretty astronomically amazing, okay? Let me explain a little bit of something to you, okay? I own another business. It's a driving range, and we have an online store. It's really not a store. It's more or less a storefront that doesn't do anything other than provide the day and time and operation that the driving range is open. That cost me about $150 a month just to do that, just to host that. Okay, this $15.95 fee covers everything that you see below. It covers your media promotion and brand awareness. I'm sure everybody here, in fact, I've talked to hundreds, if not thousands of people, and every single person I mentioned know the products that we're talking about here, whether it be P90X, T25, Body Beast, 21-Day Fix, anything and everything. It covers all your personal websites. That includes the hosting of 3 websites, plus your online app, the Coach Online Office, product warehousing. You don't touch any product. You don't inventory any product. You don't take any orders. Everything is done via your websites. Customer support, 24/7, 365-day customer support via phone or chat. So if you don't want to wait on the phone, you could also do it via the chat. Technical support, marketing, communications, more training than you could possibly ever know. Success on demand, Beachbody on demand streaming. It is absolutely amazing, all that's provided. So in the next 24 hours, the person who invited you will follow up and ask, what do you like most about the presentation? Was it Rob's new glasses? Was it Rohan in his ashwagandha comment? What exactly motivated you? What did you enjoy? Because quite honestly, this helps us provide a better presentation, so that way maybe you get a little bit more out of it, or maybe your future clients get something out of it. Does Team Beachbody seem like a fit for you? Could it help you achieve your goals and those that you may know? And what appeals to you? Are you just interested in becoming a coach, going right into the business? or maybe you like to become a customer first, or one or the other, or both. I started, like I told you, that I waited till I got all my results, or the vast majority of my results, before I became a coach. But I lost a lot of essentially business because all the amazing results I got were the first 90 days. And so because I didn't become a coach right away, a lot of the business that ultimately I could have had kind of went the wayside. And so I would say, if you're going to go through your own journey and you're going to become, you're going to get a challenge pack anyways, become a coach, get the discount. There's nothing to lose. What can becoming a coach do for me? Whose life can it change? Who can I help? Like I mentioned earlier, you change one person's life. You don't just change that one person's life, you change that family. And then that family, you could change generations of people that grew up in a fit lifestyle. What are your goals and dreams? It's sad to say, quite honestly, that I did have dreams prior to Beachbody, but I had no idea how to attain them. I wanted to retire one day. I wanted to retire before I was, ancient one day, but literally it was a pipe dream. I had no idea how to do that. And the way I was going, there was no way on God's green earth that was ever going to happen. Now I have a goal, a systematic goal in order to achieve those dreams. I would ask yourself, do I have goals or do I have dreams? Because a dream is more or less a wish. A goal is a systematic map that you're going to achieve those dreams. So if you have any questions, get back to the person who invited you, whether it be Rohan. You can find his information here at teamfindyourfocus@gmail.com, or myself at countryclubfitnessgm@gmail.com, or the coach that invited you. Would be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. I hope you have a great night.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.